Hi, onehoursmarthome.com here, and today we're going to show you how to install an occupancy sensor light switch. So what we've got installed here is just a typical dimmer light switch. Some people want to put in an occupancy sensor light switch, and what an occupancy sensor light switch does is it'll automatically turn on and off when motion is sensed. You can see it's got a little motion sensor down there at the bottom. So it'll turn on when it detects motion, and after a certain amount of time when motion is no longer detected, this light sensor, this occupancy sensor light switch will turn off. Now, an interesting thing about occupancy sensors is that in California, these are required in certain rooms. So bathrooms, you've got to have occupancy sensors on your light switches. Laundry rooms, garages, and utility rooms all need to have one of these to be in compliance with the most current energy code. So in order to install one of these, what you're going to need to do is first turn off the power to the light switch. So I'm going to turn on the light switch physically itself, and then you're going to need to go down to your junction box, or your electrical panel and circuit breaker panel, and turn off the circuit breaker for this particular light switch. So we're going to go do that. And I like to have the light on when I do this, so that when I go turn the power off at the circuit breaker, I know that it's off because this light is no longer on. So I'm going to go to the circuit breaker and I am going to turn it off, and there we go. No longer do we have power. So this is now safe to work on. That's the number one thing with electricity. Make sure that you turn off the power before you work on it. Now, another way to check to see if there is still power on this circuit and this light switch is with a handy dandy. This is a non-contact voltage meter. This is an older one, but it says NCVT. It's non-contact voltage tester. And we'll put a link to one of these, but you basically then can identify if the circuit is live by pressing this up against the light switch, and then do it again once you remove the actual cover plate for the light switch. So we're going to go ahead and get started removing the cover plate. Just use a flathead screwdriver, and you can remove the two screws holding the cover plate on. So go ahead and remove that top one there, and then we're going to remove the bottom one. Now, the existing dimmer switch that we've got installed, that is what's called a Lutron Maestro. And this is actually a Lutron Maestro occupancy sensor light switch. This occupancy sensor light switch is kind of the same line and same brand. Really, Leviton and Lutron are probably the two most popular occupancy sensors out there. So we'll include a link to this Lutron one. Works well, does what it's supposed to. Neither of these are what you would call smart switches, in that they do not allow you to control them with Wi-Fi. But there are newer switches out there that do have motion sensors built in, or occupancy sensors built in, that also do have smart capabilities. So we'll try and do a video of those later in another video. Then all you got to do is remove the two screws that hold the light switch on to the junction box. So we are doing that right here. We're just removing the two screws holding this on, and there we go. Now, if it were me, I would check this again with the non-contact voltage meter before I pulled this out of here, or loosen those screws, so just something to note there. Then you can pull the light switch out so that you can kind of look at it and work on it. And we can see this one has been taped up with electrical tape. First thing you got to do is just remove the electrical tape here. So usually that's just a safety measure that electrical tape is on there. For me, I'm going to have to remove this ground wire because the electrical tape is wrapped around there too. So just go ahead and undo that wire nut on the ground wire. If you don't have a ground, maybe you've got an older house, or you live in an area where the ground wire is actually the conduit. So we go ahead, remove the electrical tape. Now we can see the electrical wires that are exposed here, and we can see them on the side. What I recommend now doing is take a picture. Take a picture of what your wiring looks like right now. It's going to be a lot easier to make sure that you get it right if you have a picture to refer back to. So we've got two wires here. We've got this one right here, which is our load wire that goes up to the light fixture, and the hot wire, which is down here, which goes into the light. It is providing the electrical current. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this wire up here at the top from this existing light switch, and then we're going to get started installing it on the occupancy sensor. So go ahead and take both of these off here, like so. And now all I have to do is slip in my occupancy sensor and put these wires back on, and I've got that picture that I can refer to, so make sure I get it right. I'm going to wire up the ground wire here first, just because I can, and it's easy. And go ahead and put a wire nut on that and twist it up until these two are secured together. Okay, so that's nice and tight and secure. Now, for the occupancy sensor, you might have to, depending on how it comes in the package, you might need to loosen up these a little bit. And ideally, when you are doing lighting, you get better contact if you get the hooks on these better by hooking it on the side typically than you do through the back. It just depends on the manufacturer, but the surface area typically is more contact when you hook it around than the back mount, even though that both of these light switches have a back mount option, you can see here. So when possible, it's usually best to hook it around. And then a lot of newer light switches just have wires like these where you just wire nut them together. But I try and hook them around when possible, and sometimes you can use these, but usually the surface area contact's a little bit less with the push terminals, so just something to note there. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten this down once you've got that hooked around there. Go ahead and tighten around the top one on the occupancy sensor light switch that we are installing. And let's get it in there good. And now we can tighten this back down on the wire that's there. So make sure we get a nice secure fasten there on both of these. These are nice and secure. And then you're going to push the wires back into the junction box. The junction box will typically either be plastic or metal, depending on where you live. Different jurisdictions have different ways things are wired up. So we get those back in the junction box. And now what we're going to do is put our two screws that hold the light switch into the junction box in here. So go ahead, screw those in, and just get those tightened down, both the top and the bottom. I like to get them moderately tight and then adjust it a little bit. Sometimes you need to adjust it a little bit if you've got other switches in the same junction box, or just to get the light switch correctly level and vertical and looking good. Sometimes you need to adjust a little bit. So you don't want to tighten it all the way down in that first pass. You kind of want to get it in the right location and then really tighten them down once you kind of get everything leveled. You can see that's what these adjustment lugs are for, while there's a little play there. And once you get it level, you can go ahead and secure it all the way down a little bit more. Then all we got to do is put the cover plate back on here, and we are going to be good to go to put the power back on. So go ahead and we're going to put our cover plate on and screw the two screws holding the cover plate to the light switch. And then we are ready to go turn the circuit breaker back on and turn power back on to this occupancy sensor light switch. All right, so we've got them both on here. And now we're going to go turn the power on at the circuit breaker and make sure that everything is working properly. So go down to the circuit breaker and turn the power on at the one that you turned off. All right, we just turned the power back on at the circuit breaker. You can see that this light is now lit up, this light fixture, and I can turn on or off this light switch like so and adjust the dimming levels over here. Now, a trick with these switches is, let's say you've got it at a lower dimming level down here. You can just double tap and it will go all the way to this highest light setting. And that'll work with pretty much all the Lutron Maestro light switches, and especially this Lutron Maestro dimmer switch that we've got here with an occupancy sensor. So I'm going to turn it off, and you're going to see this thing go on here while I'm moving around off camera. All right, so we got the occupancy sensor there to go off, and you can see that it'll then, once it detects motion. So these things are not designed for like motion right next to them. I mean, they'll turn on when motion is right next to them, but it's kind of calibrated because I got all this camera gear and lighting and all this stuff right next to it. But they're calibrated so that if you walk in like a standard size room, like a bedroom, living room, kitchen, I think it's within 15 or 20 feet, this will activate and turn on or off the lights based on the motion that's detected there. So you can see every once in a while a little light will light up there that it is detecting motion, and that indicates that the occupancy sensor has been tripped. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up. If you want to support us, click on any of the links below, or you can take one of our courses at onehoursmarthome.com or any of the links that we've got below. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching. We hope this helped you learn how to install an occupancy sensor light switch. Thank you.